Alright guys, I got my trigger, I got a camera and my trigger hooked up on this. Got my box hooked up. I got to get out of here, it's getting dark. I should have tried to show more. I need to rig my battery up a little better. I got tied to there. Sure don't want to start a fire here around this hay. Meanwhile, I got this rigged up kind of pretty good. I probably ought to move it to this post over here, that way my cable will be short enough. But anyway, here we are. Got the Relocating humming along. See, this is basically what it's going to see. And we'll see if we can get these pigs caught. I caught 12 last night. I just had this trip string on there, which works great, but I was watching them. I had that camera on that post over there, if y'all remember. And there was big ones going in and out, and then finally those littler ones tripped at the average 55 pounds. So, and I think they've been coming from back over here, these pigs. So I'm gonna get out of here, see if we can't get them caught. Look at this deer, this doe. She followed me all the way down here, following my tracks. Look at her just coming right down the road. But way on down there, when I first came in, I bet it was her baby. It wasn't a baby. It was a pretty good sized little deer. Took off going to the
where we're sitting to the right, over to the east. So I don't know if she thinks that it followed me, or I chased it, or I got it, or. But it just come jumping out of the trees and heading across this field. And here she comes. She's coming right down here to me. I know she's looking for that fawn. I don't know why she's coming with me. There she goes now. Okay, there she goes across the field. Now she's checking me out. I think she thinks I must have picked up her baby or something. I don't know. I mean, like I say, it wasn't a baby. It was born this year, but it was a pretty good sized little deer. I mean, he was able to run and, you know, make it and all that. But I guarantee that's the mama. She's calling for it now. She's saying, man. She's probably out here about 40 yards now. Actually, I've got some guns in close county. It's down there. I think she's convinced that I have him, and I don't. This is crazy. Don't you wish big bucks would follow you like that during deer season? Yeah, I guarantee you that's what the deal is. That little one. See if I can show you. Way back down there where I come in, he run across. Way down there. And she's following me, I guess, that whole way. Okay, she's figured out something ain't right, so she's gonna go back and check. I think she's gonna go back down there and say, hey, what's going on? I bet they'll find each other here in a little bit. I hope so. But she must think that I had took him. Yeah, there she goes. She's going back now. It's crazy. All right, guys, I'm gonna move this trap. The only thing, has showed up is some deer. She's still down there looking around. If y'all see her, she's behind that tree. I can't get my finger up there. Anyway, she went around that corner there now. That's crazy. That was a crazy encounter. But I'm gonna pick up most of this corn. I'll leave a little bit, kind of a pre-bait deal. But the other night I was down here looking on my scope, and I actually talking to the guy that has this on the phone, and I was standing right here by my pickup, just right there in that cloud part. There was about 30 hogs that came from that end all the way down there, and they came up here. And actually, I'd seen them down there, but then me and him was just standing here talking. I was on the phone and I hung the phone up, and I heard, and I looked, and here they were coming right up to me. It's crazy. So I set this trap here again. I had it here before, and I caught a bunch of pigs here, and I thought, man, I'm gonna sack them up, and there hadn't been one show up. So we're gonna move it to this haystack because I caught 12 there. They all averaged like 55 pounds. Nothing came the next night. I went down there and put my electronic trigger on my trap. Look here, there's my gloves that I've been looking for. I knew they was here around. I knew I'd left them somewhere. I found them. Anyway, probably laid them up on this tire or something, they blowed off. So anyway, last night there was only about 5 that would come in. I could see tons of them around the outside. And this morning after daylight, I bet there was 30 or more that ran off that I seen with my camera that was eating on the hay. And they would go over there and I guess they fed the cows some hay.
and I guess they fed those cows some hay, and they were in there eating with them cows, and the cows would chase them, and they'd chase the cows, and they was like playing and running, and I guess fighting over a bale of hay. So anyway, we're gonna move this trap and the other one like it. I got it here down here on another place. I'm gonna move. I'll have 3 traps there tonight, and hopefully we'll sack them up. All right, I'll see you down there, and we'll see what happens. You know, see, I was just driving down the road. These hogs, see them hogs out there? They're going to get a drink. Coming out of the woods right there, going to that pond. I seen some come out. I was like, what in the world? It's right at 11 o'clock, hot. I don't see any more. It's pretty crazy. I was just driving down the road and just seen him on this dude's place. I don't know whose place that is. Need to find out. Need a trap right down in there, don't I? And see if any more come out, or if they may already come about. You see, they always travel them low spots like that. That's over hill. It's a wonder I even seen them. And then they just go right there. They're right there by the. They got shade right there to the right, all them trees, and then there's that pond. They get in there and they'll get them a drink and waller around and get cooled off, and they'll go back and lay in the shade. But they stay all in low spots down in the ditches. They know what they're doing. Them suckers are smart, boy. That's how they get to be so many and stay alive. Okay, y'all. I'll show y'all what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna unhook this trap. We got this one. Now we put that one over there, and then we got that big one over there. We're gonna try to catch these hogs in here tonight. Try to get the majority of them, I hope. Could have got a few last night, but it was only going to be like 5 or so that I could have caught. This thing is so low to the ground where it's sitting that I need to be right here where it's coming underneath this fence. Let's see what we can do. Come on, Jack. Get down there far enough. Man, I hope I get a good catch on them tonight. I'm so tired of missing these guys. I got 12 the other night. Actually, I could have had 5 last night. I'm just going to show you all. It doesn't take very long to set this trap up. There's no really putting together and taking apart and all that kind of mess. Like my big trap or like some of these other traps you see. My buddy, I wish I would have come up with this idea. Actually, this is the very first trap that he ever built. And he has a patent on it, or provincial patent, some kind of patent. The one with a big round trap that we all know. Told him he was going to sue his butt off if he didn't quit making this one. But you go to all these state meetings, they're like, oh, we're just here to help the farmers. Okay. How's that helping by taking opportunities away? But anyway, I get a little disgruntled about that. I wish I had the money to help him fight that. But of course I don't. I'm a poor boy also. I just try to get this level. I'm kind of on a little slope here, not very much. You don't want it too much because it might hang as it falls. Let me ease my pickup up a little bit. Just a little. Oh, it's hot, guys. 93 right now. It was like, I think under 80 this morning, down to 70s maybe. Okay. We're gonna bait this thing out. And then we'll go from there and I'll show you a little bit of the trigger.
Get over here and set the trigger. Take off our safety chains. Keep my little handle right here. Oh, I'll tell you what, I better get my boxes on there first. That way I won't be, yeah, I got to get them on there first. I'm just trying to think all what I need to do and dreaming about catching all these pigs. And forget different things, you know what I mean? All right, let's take this and this. This is a Rigid. This has been a really good tool. I'm not sponsored by them or nothing like that. I guess you're supposed to say that in these videos. I don't know. I'm not sponsored by nobody. Nobody. It's a good Lord, I guess. And that's a pretty good deal. Guys, that's a pretty good deal. All right, let's get this little screw in there. That keeps my box from jumping around. Putting in because when this chain hook's on there, you got to have this box sturdy. Okay, there we go. Got that on there. Now, we'll go get our camera, put it up here. Set this right here. I left one of these sitting on this trap, and I pulled out on the road one day. Well, I pulled out on the road and took everything off. And I guess I set it back here and I drove off. And when I got to where I was going, I realized it's gone, so I went back. Yeah, it was already gone. Somebody done picked it up, which I don't blame them. See a nice drill laying in the road. But, you know, we don't think about it a lot of times. Somebody lost that. And they might be coming back for it. And you think, well, somebody else is going to pick it up, so. You just never know. Never know. Me and my buddy, we were hauling hay in a field one day. You can see what I'm doing up here. Just got one little nut to put on there. And bring this on here. Plug it into my main control box. It kind of moved and energized, so I should be getting good connection there. Okay, now I got to turn my solar panel a little bit. Alright. It should be good. My antenna should be good because it had been working really well. Okay, now we can take off our, see I got chain holding it up there and chain over there. He had some on the sides, but that thing would like tilt and almost drag the ground, so I changed that up a little bit. Alright, so we'll pull it up here and lock it. And then we'll undo our safety chains. See if I can keep this cable tight so I don't have to rewind the whole darn thing. Alright. Yeah, just put this new cable on there today. I put a video up on that, I think, if you've seen that. Alright, get that one loose. Just hang it up here, out of the way. Then we'll get this one over here. Filter a little bit. Man, it's just an ingenious trap to me. Sorry. Like I said, I wish I would have invented it. But I didn't. But he did an awesome job with it. He was in production with it, and they told him to quit. So I don't know. Crazy things, huh? Hope that's not too big of a dip right there. I think it's gonna work out. All right, that's probably a pretty good height. I'm gonna lube it up real good. It's It's almost a little tall, but there are some big hogs in here, I think. There may be some over 200 in this group, I hope. That's what I'm hoping. It's hard to tell on camera, especially when they're by themselves or when you ain't got another, you know, some kind of reference to go by. All right, let's see if this thing's gonna, where's that hole at? Oh, yeah, I gotta put it on down on there, don't I? I was putting it up here, and then after I adjusted all this, kind of changed it, didn't it? I don't think it's gonna take much of a pull to pop that out of there. I just don't, I want it up high enough to where the big boys are not gonna rock it around and trip it. And I'm fortunate because all the cows are over there. I don't have no cows in here to bother me. So, all right. Got this thing's on a lot of a slant. I don't like that, but I think it's gonna work. All right, I'm gonna lube it up on all of the slide points. Put this back in here. I've been using this blaster, PB blaster, or whatever, chain and cable lubricant, and it's been working pretty good. Again, I'm not sponsored by them or nothing like that. I just happened to see it in I think Atwoods or somewhere one day. I thought, well, I'm gonna try that. So I've tried some of the others, and they work good. But I'm just lubing all these different points of this thing. Get my slide gate here a little bit. I think this oil, this here stuff, you know, any kind of oil or grease or diesel or anything probably helps with pigs coming around too. So they like to roll in diesel. A lot of people use diesel, they say, to bait their traps. I have tried that a couple times, and whether I was around pigs or not, I don't know what the deal was, but I've never caught anything doing that. Now, some people swear by it. Maybe I did it wrong. I've tried putting it just on the ground, putting the corn on top. Some people say soak your corn in it, which I can't really see them wanting to eat diesel, but I've tried that. Like I say, I was probably just in a place where, you know, there wasn't that many pigs at that time. So I don't know. Like I say, a lot of people, everybody has a different way and a different thought process on all that stuff. And they guarantee you, you know, this works and that works. But anyway, I just put a little lube in there. See if that helps. All right, guys, we got that set. I think my battery got low on that camera on my phone. It was saying something there a while ago. Put that up. I got me this scoop. I've been feeding my hogs, and the one I have is a metal one, and it has holes in it there, and with that water in your wheat and stuff, boy, it runs out and gets all over you. So I'm hoping this one will work pretty good. I think it will for feeding them. It's got a pretty good deep dish in it. It'll just be my feeding scoop. Anyway, just thought I'd share that with you. Ain't nothing, again, nothing associated, affiliated, or sponsored or anything like that. All right, let's let me gather up my phone, tripod. I'm trying to do a little bit different type of video, and maybe I'm not very good at it, as y'all know. But I sure appreciate all the support and the kind comments and just all that sorry, because like I say, I'm really not that good at this. I'm trying. Right now I work a full-time job. We do some other side jobs, and then this pigging is basically a full-time job. I'm just going to show you these guys. They fed some of this hay yesterday, and this morning it was daylight. It was like 7 o'clock, and the hogs was all over in here, and the cows was all around it, and they was in there with the cows, and the cows, they'd chase each other, and the hogs chase each other. But and they had busted a bale over here, the guys did, trying to move it. You see, they moved these bales right here. But look at all, I don't know if y'all can see all this pig poo everywhere. I mean, and pigs kept coming from back in here, and I could see them running off down by that pond down that way with this camera on this trap over here. And anyway, it was just crazy the amount of pigs that was leaving there. Let's see if I can get this turned up here. There we go. So anyway, I've got this one also mounted or baited out right here by their scratching posts. I'm hoping that that will be, I don't know if y'all can see how they rub on them things, but they get down there, see that mud all over them. There's mud all over them things. Anyway, there was pigs all around here, but I think they're coming from this direction because they'll stand up, right? They'll stand right here, and it's like they can't figure out how to get around there. Once these other pigs get in there, they're just trying to get to them. So hopefully my drop traps, where they can see under all sides of it, can get in there. And I think some of them's coming under this gate. There's mud under them bars right there where they're broke, and a lot of tracks there. But see, when they walk up here, this is what they're going to see. You can see plumb through there to them posts. There's nothing, you know what I'm saying? So I think they'll feel safer walking through there. I may even need to raise that up, but I think it'll be all right. All right, guys. I'm going to get out of here. Pray we catch a bunch of hogs tonight. Get the screen up there and see what's going on. There we go. Oh, got sweat in my eyes. See there, it's on video. I'm actually sweating. I've actually done enough to sweat. Most people probably would never believe that. But again, just look at how they're destroying these hay bales. They eat the strings off of them, and this is what happens. This one I showed you the other day, that was that first one right here on the stack. And them guys tried to lift it up with their tractor and stuff, and it just fell apart. Well, then the hogs got in here last night, and they kind of finished it off. But they got some of them out here, some of them hay bales. Let's go to this other side, see what they're doing over here. Got to watch out too, boy, because they get all down in there. When we used to hunt them with dogs, that's the way them hogs would back up in there, and them dogs would go in there to them. Man, they would just, they had them. Them hogs had them because they were trapped in there then, that hog. It don't look like they've done much more out here. Maybe a little. All right, guys, let's get to the house. I'm gonna try to get some rest. I was up almost all night long watching this stinking trap, trying to get more of them in there because they were all right there. And I hated to trip it because I've already tripped it once. I caught those 12. And I hated to trip it again with them all sitting right there and educate them, which I don't know that it's going to bother them that much, but I think we're going to get them with these traps right here. I think so. I think we're going to get them tonight. Because right there where I put this one, you can see right here where they're coming under a little bit. You see right here where they've rooted and wallowed around. There's something right here they liked. And I think they're coming straight up from that pond down there. If y'all can see that pond. Coming straight up here into this hay. So we're going to give it a shot. There's no guarantees. It's like any other kind of hunting or fishing or anything else. You just got to try and try them out. See you guys tonight, hopefully. Whew. Like I said, I sweat getting my eyes of salt. Man, burns. Appreciate y'all. See you tonight.